welcome to Talkulture. I am Kid Cadet, and happy spooky month, happy Tuesday. It is the most wonderful time of the year, and I couldn't be more excited about our guest. We are waiting on my co-host. He is stuck in LA traffic. He will be here momentarily, but we wanted to get things going for you guys. So without any further ado, I present to you Jason Marsden.
What is happening?
What's up?
Kid Cadet.
We meet again.
I am so happy you asked me to come back on your show because I had such a great time.
Thank you. I remember that day because we were doing the stream and we're like, all right, we have a hard out because we're both going to see Doctor Strange.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. And then we messaged afterwards.
Yes.
Yeah, I loved it.
I did too. And I think it's because, like, look, we're in spooky month. It was a spooky movie.
It was a Sam Raimi movie. I didn't expect anything less.
Yeah. It was perfect. And it was so funny because the people that I went with were not expecting a Sam Raimi movie, but that is what we got. And yeah, it was amazing.
You know what's funny? There was a moment because I don't know. I might have beforehand. And I went and I'm watching this movie. I'm like, why does this feel so much different than all the other Marvel movies? And I completely forgot it had Sam Raimi written all over it. And then I really grabbed on and held on for dear life and loved every second of it.
Same here. You can never go wrong with the Sam Raimi, but we are back. And like I said, I'm so excited that we get to be together during spooky month. First of all, love the pumpkin. It is brilliant.
A friend of mine carved this by just without a design or anything, just like, here, watch this. 5 minutes later, like just freehanded. Love it.
Yeah. I cannot conceptualize or fathom the idea of doing that, but it is beautiful. And so, okay, we'll chat a little bit and then we're going to pivot back again into some spooky stuff. So recently I saw a video of you meeting Max. Was it on a cruise?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
My wonderful girlfriend and her family treated us to a Disney cruise.
Oh, that's nice.
And I never walk around assuming that people know who I am, but on that cruise, a lot of people knew who I was. and at one point we went back to our stateroom and there was a note from the stateroom being like, we'd like to talk to you in this secret room over here. I'm like, are we in trouble? What did I do? And we go to this door and it was my girlfriend, my son and I, and we walked in. You remember this? We walked in and it was like all the characters were there for all, like, and I think they picked some special people out of the cruise and their children. They brought them into like private meet and greet with the characters and they busted out Max. I mean, he's a real character. He's not a person in a costume. He's real. And they got him out of, he was probably cooking in the galley or something, and got him to meet us. And it was a good time.
Oh my gosh, what a cool moment. I'm glad that you got that on film because I loved that interaction of the two of y'all.
You want to say hello? Poke your head in right here.
Come say hello.
Girlfriend Remy D. Remy.
Hi, Remy.
Kid. Remy.
Kid.
Hi.
I got that video. You're welcome.
Oh, thank you, Remy.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, everything that you like on TikTok, like all the good stuff was her idea.
Oh, well, shout out to Remy. Thank you for doing that. So can you tell us, I've never been on a cruise, let alone
like something in my teeth. Is this true?
Oh.
I do? Really?
Yeah.
Where?
Where?
Nobody could tell.
Okay.
I'll switch.
Okay.
Message if you can see the stuff in my teeth.
Yeah. We're up close and personal here. So having never been on a cruise before, what can you tell us about like something that is a must do when going on a cruise?
Have an appetite, that's for sure, because you just nonstop. Pack light because the staterooms are compact, and just prepare to. I don't know if we can all do this in this day and age, but prepare to relax because you literally don't have to drive anywhere. You don't have to go anywhere. If you have motion sickness or seasickness, maybe take a little something. I get seasick, but I've never been seasick on a cruise ship. Yeah, do some research. And let loose.
Oh man, I feel like I need to go. And I always hear that Disney cruises are the best. So
I think you know what you would love? I'll bet you would love a rock and roll cruise. You heard about those?
Yes.
You need to be in one. Someone needs to invite you to
on.
be like one of the headlining stars of a rock cruise.
If you guys are watching Monsters of Rock, call me. Yeah, Alice Cooper did the last Monsters of Rock that was earlier this year.
Yeah.
I didn't get to go because it sold out immediately. So
you need to be invited.
Okay, well, yeah, have those people call my people. I'm available. Let's do this. Yeah, I would love to go on it. That sounds like so much fun. Dreams realized. But to pivot just a little bit. So you've been part of like so many iconic shows, so many. And I've recently been doing this thing where I like to go back and listen to theme songs. And I went down a rabbit hole this week. And it kind of seems like the same guy was doing a lot of the theme songs for like these 90s shows. Do you have a favorite TV theme song, whether it's one that you've been part of or just one that gets stuck in your head and just won't come out?
Oh man, I'm dating myself here. The first one that popped in my head was a show called The Greatest American Hero.
Of course, yes.
Early 80s, and it sounded like a Peter Cetera. It wasn't Peter Cetera, but it's like and I would sing it all the time to the point where, because I was like 5 or 6, and anytime there was a family gathering, they'd be like, Jason, come in here in the living room and sing the theme song for everybody. And yeah, how'd it go? Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could be so free, flying away on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me.
Yeah, that's oh my gosh. Oh, oh my God, I was like,
I'm nervous singing with you because you can actually sing.
No, so can you? Okay.
Did that happen to you, kid, when you were young and you showed your talent? Were your family make you like come out and entertain the rest of the family during Thanksgiving dinners and whatnot?
It was kind of the opposite. It would be more like, okay, you've done it. You can go to bed now. Like I just wouldn't stop. It was always a performance. Oh my gosh. Yes.
I could see that.
And my parents filmed everything. So I have like videos of my entire existence and just performances and songs that I wrote. Nice. And yeah, but I was going to say a song that gets stuck in my head, and it's a problem because I'm going to say it out loud and now I'm going to be singing it for the rest of my life. DuckTales.
Ooh, yes.
DuckTales has to be one of the greatest theme songs of all time.
Life is like a
hurricane
here in
Duckburg.
Yeah. Race cars, something aeroplanes. It's a Duckburg. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Might solve a mystery.
Ooh, or rewrite history. DuckTales.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Now it's just going to be stuck in our heads forever. So you're welcome, everyone watching, for the DuckTales duo that we just
I owned the Disney Afternoon. I still have it. A DVD compilation of all the theme songs, and they're full length. So it was like DuckTales Tailspin, Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers. There's some groovy songs, yo.
So good.
Yes.
So good. But yeah, I went down the rabbit hole of, I guess it was the same performer did Step by Step, Full House, and Family Matters, right? I mean, come on. What a gig.
You're right. Yes.
So brilliant. But yeah, okay. So Greatest American Hero, I am there with you. Excellent. Love it, love it. Oh, Gummy Bears is a bop. That it is. Gummy Bears is a bop. So, okay. So from TV shows to films, let's pivot a little bit more. Now, there is one Last Blockbuster that is hanging on. It is in Oregon, right? Is it in Bern, the Last Blockbuster?
What is it? What are you talking about?
The Last Blockbuster. There's like one final one that's still standing.
Yes. I just saw the documentary too. I can't remember where it is.
Right. I think it's in Oregon. And I know that there's a new film coming out about it. So if you could walk into the Last Blockbuster and pick a film, which film would you want to pick? Like, oh my gosh. And let's say pick it to save it. So you will have it forever.
Okay. It's spooky season. Mm-hmm. So I'd probably walk in like ready to watch something spooky, horror, maybe Halloween-y, something to get and save. I don't know. I'd probably look if they have a vintage section, or B movie vintage section. I don't know. maybe this is terrible television right now when you're
No,
watching.
no, it's okay.
Stammer, trying to figure out because I want to make a good answer, but I also want to be honest. Gosh, maybe Ghoulies.
Ghoulies. Okay.
I've never seen it, but I remember walking in and just always looking at the cover, and it had like these weird, like bald, slimy, shiny looking creatures.
Yeah.
And I was like that.
That's exactly what it looks like.
It just looks terrible.
Oh yeah, I love that, and I love that you went for like B movie, like perfect. Yes, yeah. I love it. And you know what's funny is you're not the first person to answer Ghoulies on this live stream. You are now the second to answer Ghoulies. So awesome. Yeah, very cool. Okay, I love that.
What about you? What about you?
What would I pick?
Yes.
So, gosh, I hate to sound like I hate to give the obvious answer about myself, but it would be the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people would choose that, but it's that film that I've been watching like since I was like too young, you know what I mean? And it's just stuck with me my entire existence. Yeah. And yeah, I think Rocky Horror.
Have you performed in Rocky Horror? Have you done a production of it?
I've never done a shadow cast. No.
Really?
I know.
Not even a shadow cast, but you could like be in it.
Oh, like the Rocky Horror Show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would you want to play?
Okay. As a kid, I would have said Columbia, but as an adult, I think I'm a Janet.
Yeah.
You
could also be like a really great Eddie.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I love Eddie. Yeah. I mean,
song.
There's a Hopitude, right?
Gender bent, or it doesn't have to be gender bent, but I think he would kill it in that role.
Thank you. And I've seen it done. Gender bent, and it's brilliant. You know, it's just you have to embody Eddie. Thank you so much. I just have to learn maybe how to ride a motorcycle, and then we'll be good to go.
Well, it's on stage, so they just push you.
Yeah.
You sit on it and they push you.
Perfect. Push me around and we're good to go. I love that. Okay. So obviously you do a lot of conventions and you receive a lot of art and gifts from people that meet you at these conventions. So has there been something that's been given to you that holds the most sentimental value?
Gosh, it would be unfair to pick just one. I mean, but I have been gifted artwork that I hang in my house. You could tell that people work really hard on it, and they're very, very gifted. And there's a wonderful fan who's been a great supporter of mine. I don't know if she's watching. She goes by L'Oreal, and she sends me original like cartoon art, original characters and characters I've done and interacting. And she creates her own worlds and universes and powers for the characters. And those are always fun because I know those come from an earnest place. But yeah, it's I just found in my attic a hand painted Sanderson sisters that I need to get framed. I have one of Max Goof that someone painted on a record, which is it's over. You know what it is? Yeah. Right behind there. Yeah. You can show everybody.
Thank you, Remy.
Thank you, Remy. Oh, yeah, here's an example of Miss L'Oreal's artwork, and she makes little cartoons. And she's always sending me fun things, and there's little stories behind it.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, it's the Weekenders, and she'll do like the deep dives, the deep cuts. Oh, and I dropped all this stuff, and here is this is on a record. Isn't that great?
That is sensational.
Yes.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, and it's like one of a kind pieces that you have forever. That people are so talented. I can't even.
I know, right? And people will come up to my table and they'll bring something like this, and they might not want to gift it to me, but they'll want me to autograph it. And I always say, "You want me to ruin this with my signature? Like, this is brilliant. Oh my gosh." And check this out. This is one of my favorites. Audacity and Whimsy photo art. Check this out. It's me and Binx, American Gothic style.
I saw you posted this on your Instagram, and I was going to ask you about it. Oh my goodness.
She just sent me a print. So please, all you must follow Audacity and Whimsy photo art on the Instagram. And you can see she does the Sanderson sisters, a bunch of other pop culture characters in the, like, what would you say? Art Deco? Art Deco style. It's wonderful.
I have to side question, because I'm sure you've been asked this probably a lot in the past like couple weeks about how did you like Hocus Pocus 2?
Oh my gosh. Well, there are a lot of positive reviews about that movie. there are a lot of negative reviews about that movie. And I will just say that I can identify with both sides.
Okay.
Yeah. But
For sure.
I ultimately I enjoyed it. I really did.
Yeah.
I loved seeing the gals back at it. That was the absolute highlight for me. And they were fantastic. And that's really what I was waiting for, is just to see them again.
Yeah. And of course, oh my gosh, why can't I remember his name? The dead boyfriend, Billy.
Oh,
Billy
yes. Yes,
Oh my
Doug
God.
Jones, who kills
So-
Scene Stealing Doug Jones.
He's amazing. I feel like the black cat in the movie was definitely a subtle nod to you, or maybe not so subtle, but I appreciated that they included, the cat. I thought it was a super fun watch. I mean, the original is something so special.
Yes.
But this is for a new generation. We're keeping it going. So
Precisely. Cobweb.
we're keeping it alive.
Cobwebs are annoying. Why would you call a cat cobweb? My goodness. You don't need your opinion on this. That's fine.
Okay, where did that come from? Is that a puppet?
No, that's actually Binx the cat. He's still alive.
Oh, of course he is. No, that makes plenty of sense. Of course.
Yes.
Thank you, Binx, for joining us. Okay.
No.
So-
Hello, kid. Yes. It is I, Thackery Binx. Don't look at this guy with his horrible... You're not even trying.
I feel like he's throwing his voice to you almost.
Yeah,
is
that's
what's
right.
happening here.
I'm in control of you, sir.
I
Who's
love
making the money in this family? This guy.
that. Is so amazing. This is like, my heart is so warm right now.
Oh,
Oh,
well, thank you, Kid Cadet. I shall always be with you. And you can turn me into a fat, useless, contented house cat anytime you wish.
oh God.
All right. Can I get my treat now? Yes, go ahead. All right. Thank you.
Okay, processing and breathing. Whew, okay. Thank you for that. Oh my God, what an incredible moment. Okay.
You didn't see him at Alexis. Yes, your childhood. There you are.
I-
Yes. I'm glad
Every-
you're on the bigs. Hello,
Come on.
Bridget. You didn't see him in Pensacon? Not Pensacon, Sacramento? GalaxyCon.
No,
I always bring him with me.
I've never seen him before.
Yeah.
And now I will never forget. Okay, so this is just going to be a podcast of pivoting. I don't think I asked you this last time, but I'm very curious. So if you were frozen in an Austin Powers scenario, what would be the first thing you would do after you were thawed out?
Oh my gosh. The first thing I do after thought out is put on some clothes, for crying out loud.
Important for public, usually, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I'd inquire on the year and the time, see if all my friends and loved ones are still around, and check the lay of the land, the local, how our planet is doing, and the fellow human beings. I'd have a lot of questions.
Yes.
For sure.
Fair. Great answer. Very good.
Okay.
Very good. Okay. So, okay. I know you're a fan of Batman, as am I. And you got to play young Burt Ward. Oh, we're showing off the tattoo.
My bat tat. My bat
Love
tat.
it. Bat Tat is a great name for a tattoo. Bat Tat. So you got to play young Burt Ward, which was in Return to the Batcave. So what were your interactions like with Burt? I assume you guys got to work together on that, or what was the process?
Yes, thank you for asking about that. I played young Burt Ward for those who don't know, because not a lot of people know about this, kids doing the deep cuts. It was a movie of the week based on Burt Ward and Addams' experiences while filming Batman, the TV series in the 60s. And I got to play Burt and then get to wear the outfit. But yeah, I'm when I booked it, I met Burt. The production sent us to dinner and we talked, and we want to make sure that I was a good guy and I wasn't going to embarrass him or make him look bad. And my intention was definitely not to do that at all. And one of my favorite memories, though, is if anyone remembers the TV series, most often they're climbing a building, one foot at a time, but the building is actually horizontal. They just tilt the camera to make it look like they're going up. So we reenacted that. And that scene, and all those scenes always features like a celebrity that opens a window. I mean, like, who's making all this racket? Well, in that scene, the celebrity opening the window was the lovely, late, great Betty White. So I got to work with her. And while we were shooting that, Burt and Adam were both on set watching us. So we're recreating this moment in their lives. They're validating this. It was probably one of the best moments for me working on that project.
That is so cool. And we had Bert on here a couple months ago.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, he's great. And everything that he's doing for dogs, I don't know whether people are, kind of following what he's doing now.
Yeah,
but
big dog rescue guy.
Big dog rescue, keeping, your family, let's say family, alive longer so they, you can spend more time with your pets and stuff. And hearing him talk about it, he's incredibly passionate. And yeah, when's the last time that you got to see Bert?
I haven't seen him in years. I think I ran into him at a convention, but I haven't talked to him in a long time. I would love to shake hands with him again.
Yeah, he's one cool. I was gonna say cat, but I think dog, right?
He's one cool dog.
Yeah. He's one cool dog. This is a tough question, and if you don't have an answer, that is totally fine because I think this is the impossible question. But do you have a favorite interpretation of Batman?
I'll just go right with Michael Keaton. I mean, that was my Bat awakening. You could say. I showed my son that version recently, and I as he's watching it, I'm like, oh, he already is aware of multiple Batmen. Like he wasn't around before Michael Keaton. All we had was Adam West. And so before that, it was the campy, the blue and the gray. And I remember like before the movie came out, just being in school and the kids were talking about it like, oh yeah, we see Batman, in bed with a lady and he shoots guns and stuff. And then you hear about Michael Keaton and you're like, really? Mr. Mom, that guy? Beetlejuice, really? Then I saw a picture of him in a magazine, that the first released picture of him in a black suit and next to the Batmobile. And I was hooked, just in it. I saw that movie like 4 times in the theater. And then it was the first feature to be released on VHS. Cause remember at the time you wouldn't remember, you're too young, but like it would be years before a movie was released on VHS. This first time it was like, I think 4 or 6 months. It was a record and I bought it immediately. I wore that tape out, man. I loved it.
Same. Do you have a favorite Batman villain?
Joker. Go cliche. Joker. I love Joker. Yeah.
It's not cliche. I mean, it's a great answer. Like, and for me, I'd probably have to give it to Jack, his interpretation
Jack
of
Nicholson. Yes. Oh my gosh. Joker here. Now, some of you have said some pretty mean things, some of which were true. Under that fiend, Boss Grissom, he was a thief and a terrorist. On the other hand, he had a tremendous singing voice.
Your face like morphed into Jack. I just like watched that happen. Whoa!
Oh my gosh, he was so good. I was just quoting that left and right. I think I dressed up as him for Halloween once. Yeah, he killed. He was great. So I will say I really liked oh my gosh, my brain.
Heath. There was Heath as
Heath Ledger. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, different. Yeah, I like that he didn't do the same cookie cutter thing. No. But to me, I guess I've always been into like the super camp. And I think that's why Keaton's my favorite and also Jack. So, all right, let's talk spooky stuff. I wanted to ask about your Halloween special, and I love the name of it, The Mars Scariety Show.
Yes. Yes. Thank you for asking about that.
Of course. So when did you decide this was something that you needed to do and we needed to have?
Well, I live in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm surrounded by amazing musicians and comedians. There's a big stand-up comedy scene here too. A lot of people don't know that. And I started a show called the Mars Variety Show. And I would feature independent artists that I liked around here that I felt needed a bigger platform. And I started that live around venues around here. And then during the pandemic, I did it online. And then, of course, I love Halloween. I thought about doing a Halloween special, and it was probably one of the biggest produced episode I ever did. And it's like 30 minutes long. We've got like 3 bands, celebrity guests, Magic, Remy D is in it, showing off some costumes and spooky things. And I'm in it being, this weird character kind of mixed between like Prince Valiant and the Penguin.
I love
Danny
it.
DeVito's Penguin, and I'm so proud of it, and I would love it if everyone went into YouTube and watched it. It'd be great.
Definitely. So Mars, my
Yes.
co-host just showed up. So
Oh, hey,
let's
come on
bring him
in,
up.
co-host.
So Jason Marsden, meet Josh Petersdorf.
What's
Oh,
up, Josh Petersdorf?
What's up, Jason? I
Where have you
apologize for
been?
my
We have
tardiness.
set out,
We got
all
stuck in a
points
part of the
bulletin.
city that was difficult to get out of. But it's great to see you again. I've met you one time, been brief in passing with good old Bill Farmer before. I think we were in Knoxville.
Okay.
And we I'm just going to go straight into it, Heather. I'm just going to go straight into my Jason Marsden.
Okay.
Do it.
I'm going straight into my story. We had met and we were eating at this restaurant that maybe you remember. There was like a riverboat that would like pass by on the river behind you. And it was like just a great Southern restaurant out there. We were with Bill, Celebworks, Neary, a lot of those guys.
Yes.
And we had this funny thing when we got in the van or the shuttle behind us. This guy was like backing up slowly. And you were like, hey, like trying to alert him not to back and run into this tree or whatever.
Yes.
And I don't know if you meant to do it or not, but that Max voice kind of came out, you know what I mean? Right there. And then I think Bill said something in his goofy voice, like, we're fucked up, Max. And I thought it was probably the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. So it was,
It does squeak out every once in a while. Yes. Yeah. And Bill probably was like, oh, waterfall.
Oh, waterfall.
Yeah.
It's never yeah. I remember my favorite Goofy cough were the ones when he was like the yodeler. That's the one I remember the most growing up, was the yodeling.
Yes. There we go.
Heck yeah.
I feel like I don't have enough Halloween stuff. Looking at both of your setups now, I'm woefully. I mean, I have a droid.
You have a droid. You have Ghostbusters.
I do have a ghost, but this is year round those themed.
Yeah.
I don't have any specific themes.
True.
I like the pumpkins though. I'm feeling the pumpkin vibe. I'm missing
Thank
on
you.
the pumpkin vibe.
Oh my gosh. Well, before we go back into spooky stuff, I wanted to ask you, Jason, also, I know that you're a fan of Transformers. You also were on Transformers Rescue Bots.
Yes.
So Josh, also a big Transformers guy. Why don't you tell him a little bit about what you do?
We get to do, Jason, I don't know if you've seen it. We do the show at Universal Studios, the Megatron, Optimus Prime, Bumblebee. I'm a big part of that.
Oh, nice.
And so we've been fortunate enough to have a little piece of the Transformers universe as well. And what was your Transformers growing up? Were you G1 obviously? And when you saw the movie, was it like as heartbreaking for you as it was for everyone else?
Oh gosh, I mean, the very first Transformers movie, 1987, I think. Yeah, it was just weird. I did not expect that Optimus Prime, getting the spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
But and what was funny is that I knew about it beforehand because I was obsessed with soundtracks, and it even said in the soundtrack what that scene was all about. I'm like, wait, this is happening? So then I want to see it even more. And I didn't get to see it in the theater. Found it on VHS. Wore it out for sure. But what a good time.
That's awesome. Okay, so back to spooky stuff. Josh, you have the doc, right?
I'm loading up the doc now. That's
Perfect. Okay, so I'll take over while you're loading it. So, do you have a favorite horror or Halloween themed song, Jason?
Oh gosh, yeah. I have a playlist. I mean, I like it doesn't seem like Halloween unless like Oingo Boingo Dead Man's Party is playing.
Yes.
Or can I do my top three?
Yeah.
I Put a Spell on You by Screamin' Jay Hawkins. Also fantastic. And
Great
then the
song.
Monster Mash.
Oh, classic.
Oh, classic. I was hoping we got a Monster Mash reference. I love me some Monster Mash. Graveyard
hello,
Smash.
Black Kitty.
Do you remember, like, there was another song?
It's a real cat.
Oh, fair enough. This one doesn't talk. Okay.
This one that you're not talking.
Yeah, I heard something
talks.
talk. I was like, wait a minute.
He talks
So-
early in the morning when we're trying to sleep. He talks.
What's the kitty's name?
This is Hades.
Hi, Hades.
Hi,
He's like, I just left the river Styx. It was a nice bath.
But do you remember there was a song that was like similar to the Monster Mash? Like it was in the exact same theme. It was called like I forget what it was called. Red and blood, something like that.
I know there was a lot of it wouldn't be unusual for another recording company to make a knockoff version of a popular song.
Kids Bop sings Monster Mash.
Probably.
You know what we don't have? What we don't have, which is sad, is we don't have like a senior citizen bop. I want to hear like 70 and up bop. I want to hear a bunch of like,
bop.
Yeah.
Which pretty soon it will be, songs from the 90s. Yeah.
There was that one viral video of like that older choir singing, try to catch me riding dirty, try to catch me riding dirty.
I remember that.
Yes.
So I'm going to add a couple songs. I feel like I have to have Werewolves of London.
Yes.
Big, of course. And then maybe Clap for the Wolfman. I really like Clap for the Wolfman.
I don't know if I knew that one.
Oh, I'll send it to you after. And then we can Clap for the Wolfman. So do you have any like Halloween traditions? And obviously we've already talked about your pumpkin, but do you ever carve your own pumpkins?
Yes, I used to. I need to do this again. I used to throw a Halloween pumpkin carving Jello shot party where we'd BYOP, bring your own pumpkin, and then I would provide this like fridge full of Jello shots because what great combination, but alcohol and sharp things. So yeah, love carving pumpkins, all the traditional stuff. I love carving pumpkins. I love watching the spooky things. Got to watch Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. That has to be a must watch. And I try to watch like new horror things. We did watch the new Marvel Werewolf by Night, which was ridiculous.
Okay, it's good. Okay, I think that's our plan for tonight. Okay,
yeah. Outstanding.
Okay.
And then I still dig trick or treating. I live vicariously through my son, but I love doing that.
I wish I could trick or treat. I mean, maybe like if I wore the
sure
right.
You can. You're for what? For nothing.
Aw, I think I made it to 5 feet on a good day. I know. I remember I went trick or treating in college, and I was knocking on a couple of doors, and they were giving me like "You're a little too old for this." But like, are you? Like, I think I want to trick or treat this year.
If you're in costume, get the candy. I've gotten older kids at the door, and they're not in costume. I'm like, "What are you guys dressed as, losers?" And they're no, I don't say that.
I remember going to your house.
So, Jason, are you and Remy dressing up this year?
Yes, we are.
Are we allowed to know as what, or is it a surprise? Because it's okay. We don't have to spoil it.
She's going like this to me. So we're going to be from Beetlejuice. It's a zipper up. No, it's a secret.
Okay, that's exciting.
You have to follow us on our socials to find out.
Because Remy has some pretty intricate like costumes and cosplays that I've seen on her stuff. So, okay, I'm very excited. What about you, Josh? Are you going to dress up this year?
We've been waiting for my daughter as well to decide. The past year she was Daniel Tiger and Paddington Bear. This year we've asked all year, and she's really been like spooky ghost, zombie, and tiger. So one out of the three of us, one of us is going to be one of us is going to be the zombie. Probably Daddy will be the spooky ghost. Maybe Sonny will just be like the zombie, and Mom might be the tiger. I don't know. That's what I might go with. So
that's okay. So I'll tell you guys.
I wanted to get her the Chucky overalls and do the pigtails, and we were like, we would love to do something, but we want it to be cool for her. We're like, you pick. And she's 3, so she's turning 3, so she doesn't quite understand. We're like, you can be whatever you want. She's like, I'm being tomato. We're like, well, okay. Like,
I think she's
tomato. That's okay. We'll get, you know what I mean? That's okay. We can get you some. Tomato soup.
I love it. A cute tomato.
So I'll tell you all what I'm going to be this year. It's something I've been like wanting to do for a long time. I got the outfit today. I ordered a wig. I'm going to be Dolly Parton this year. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Which version of Dolly Parton?
So we're going like 60s, 70s, like big hair, maybe a little Jolene. Yes. I'm
my gosh.
so excited.
Outstanding.
I just need to figure out like where I'm going to wear it. I host a trivia event on Monday night. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going to do that. But it's like the Saturday before is when everyone's like having Halloween parties this year. Yeah. But I'm going to be seeing Smash Mouth. So I don't know. Do I wear Dolly to a Smash Mouth show?
Yes. Why not? Maybe they'll take you on stage. Look who's here.
I know. Hi, y'all. Terrible Dolly. I'll have to work on it. My husband is in the comments commenting that he's going to be Kenny Rogers.
Yes.
So yeah.
You got to know when to fold them.
Yes.
I love it.
I just don't know if
he's the new edition Kenny Rogers.
New Edition?
You know about he was in a band called the New Edition, which was, or the First Edition. I think it was the First Edition, but it was very like psychedelia kind of music. Very different than what you would hear. Sorry, my ride is here. I have to go. Can you hear that?
What is that?
I'll be right there. Train in my neighborhood.
Oh my God. Yeah, we're trying to decide if it's too much, if he's zombie Kenny Rogers. So we'll have to see. Things to decide. We have time to decide.
You should be Burt Reynolds, and you could be Burt Reynolds.
Best Little Whorehouse?
Is he Kenny Rogers post facelift? You know what I mean? It was very like big difference. You know,
right.
Big difference.
All cheeks. Yeah.
Okay. So, Josh, you want to ask the next question?
Absolutely.
If you have a backup, or I can ask it. Go ahead.
Do you have any Halloween traditions with the little one?
That one. Nope, next question.
Did you ask this one? Okay, so, well, have you ever had a paranormal experience, Jason? Any ghosts? Any sightings? Do you believe in the other side?
I do, but I have not been treated with any situations in my life. But I'm so way open to it. It's like maybe it's just like the love I have for like my Nana, and always wish she could, hope she's around sometimes, like that. But I've never had like any spooky, scary paranormal things. But I'm all for it.
We've been lucky. We've had Steve Gonzalez on, who is from like Ghost Nation and Ghost Hunters, and I had never had an experience. Like I'm the same way. I've always been like really open and like, I'm not like closed off to the idea. But a few nights before I moved out of my last place, I had my first like paranormal experience, and it was a really positive interaction where my grandparents used to live in the old place where I lived, and my grandfather visited me, and it was the most real thing I could ever. It was insane, and like I'm a true believer now in these things, because it was a moment that like I needed him, and it was just so crazy.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was absolutely wild.
What about you, Josh?
I've had too many, I'll say, that it's undeniable. And I've believed since I was a child, I've had too many experiences, too many things have happened to me in my life that are unexplainable, that are, if you told somebody that this happened to me, really? Like just, I think anyone who's had success maybe in the entertainment industry would feel that a little bit too. But to like the ninth degree, like, to get more specific for the theme, Mimi used to swear that when she would go under streetlights, they would turn off. Okay. And she would swear that this happened all the time. And when she was alive, it happened all the time to me too.
Wow.
When she passed, it stopped. Wow. And it only happens when I forget about it and I don't think about it. And then it's like, oh no, I'm still here. She'll remind me. So, I mean, and the craziest specific this is a true story. I was driving home late at night. It was like 12:31, and I was going kind of like through like the back hills of this town I was in San Ramon, on this road called Doherty Road. And there was like a good stretch of newer part of the road that it's like a 3 or 4 lane road on both sides. So it's pretty big. Then there's like this huge, you could see the lights that stretch all the way down, and one by one, they went out one night. And I was like, that's weird. Thinking, well, that's just a power. That makes sense. It went out. But then, like, as I drove under each one, it was like, and I have goosebumps now thinking about it. So, I'm a true believer.
You're like conduit for, just don't go anywhere near my internet.
Right.
We were talking about something weird today, too, about like when you look into a mirror, what if we think like that the minerals that when you put together, it's just glass and it's just a chunk of minerals and rock particles. And we think it's just a mirror. But what if it's not? What if it's like some sacred material that we have no idea and we're actually looking into another dimension?
Oh, wow.
And we don't even realize how trivial it is. And we're just like, oh yeah, we're just able, because and the reason I thought that is because when you look at a mirror, right? You blink your right eye, and when you look at yourself in the mirror, it's how someone would see your face, right? Because when you blink your right eye, your mirror on the correct side blinks. But it's wrong because everything's reversed in a mirror. Because so when you get what I'm saying. So like it was mind boggling. Yeah, think about that. Have a night and then
Cool.
Well, I hope that whoever's looking on the other side is very interested in just watching me do this all the time.
I know. It's just like, hey. Which, it's like, how do you ever know? It's like, the Alice in Wonderland theory. Maybe we are the other side of the mirror. You never know.
Who knows? But thank you for that moment, Jason. Because
Promise we were sober. That was a great moment, sis.
Okay, so let's do one more question before we go into our game. And this question is a very controversial one. What are your feelings on candy corn?
I'm for it. I like candy corn. I don't love it.
Corn. Okay.
I don't love it, but I will eat candy corn. It's also it looks great. It's synonymous with Halloween. It's so I have the good vibes when I see it. I don't mind the taste. It's great for decorations. Yeah, I'm on the side of the candy corn for sure.
Right, team candy corn. Now, do you go candy corn or the little baby pumpkins? Because those are pretty cute too.
I don't know if I know little baby pumpkins. Are they the same candies?
Yeah. They're like flavored very similar to candy corn. Yeah.
I have not been introduced to those. I don't think.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Well, next time I see you, we'll try to get some little baby pumpkin candy corn.
Okay.
Liking candy corn.
Yeah, the candy corn could be like fangs. There's multiple things you could do with them.
Okay. I feel like you've thought about this. Yeah. I can't say I'm team candy corn. I'm sorry.
Candy corn is like once in a year thing. Just once when in Rome.
Okay.
What about Peeps? What do you like with Peeps? You like Peeps, don't you? She likes Peeps.
I don't.
I don't like Peeps.
All right, that's cool.
I
All
don't
right,
like Peeps either. No,
that's good.
It's an anti-Peep show.
but Mars, here's where I'm with you is that there's certain candy that reminds me of Halloween. Candy corn being one of them, and there's also Peeps that are shaped like Frankenstein's monster or like scary things. And maybe I'll partake in one, but I don't particularly like it. That's not my thing. So I'm basic. I'm like an M&M's kind of girl. So
yeah, but never liked Peeps. Don't mind the candy corn.
Cadbury cream egg, honorable mention.
I do love a Cadbury cream egg.
Okay.
It's an experience.
No, all for
There's
y'all.
so many versions nowadays. There's
sugary.
the classic version, and then there's like a nougat. There's a dark chocolate. There's mint.
Classic.
Classic.
The OG.
Classic.
And they do make the Cadbury cream egg.
Yes. Which is basically just it's the same recipe as the cream egg, but it's
green.
Okay, that's it. Green. Okay.
It's spooky. Okay. Bridget likes Peeps. More for you, darling.
No hate on the
I'll
Peeps.
give you all my Peeps, Bridget.
You can have all the Peeps.
Have
All
the
right.
Peeps for sure.
So we have reached our game of Would You Rather. Now, Jason, you did phenomenal last time. You're going to do great this time. So there's two options. You pick what you want to be the correct answer, and it will be correct. So some of these are Halloweenish. Some of these are, I don't know. They just are. So we're going to bring them up. Josh, do you want to do the first one?
Of course. Would you rather share a home with Beetlejuice or the Addams family?
We know you've already shared a home with the Munsters, so here's some other options.
Oh! I thought Josh was answering it. You're reading it.
Oh no! This is for
hands
you,
down,
man.
Addams family. Absolutely. I'll pack my stuff up right now. Absolutely.
You're on the way.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Secret compartments and things, and the family's really cool. There's parties. Everyone is like having a good time all the time. Oh my word! I would totally move in with the Addams family.
I love that, and I'm excited for the show. I love the new trailer.
I haven't seen anything.
Nothing.
I haven't seen anything about it. I hear about the casting about it, and I have nothing.
Wednesday, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I have nothing but positivity and excitement for this.
Yeah, ditto. Yeah, you can't really go wrong with Tim Burton and plus Christina Ricci being back is pretty awesome too. So yay. Okay. Here's the next one. Would you rather babysit Damien from The Omen or babysit Reagan from The Exorcist?
Oh my gosh. Well, oh man, I have not seen The Omen, and I'm ashamed to say that out loud.
It's okay.
But I feel like I could, I'm nurturing. I feel like I could kind of be helpful towards Reagan. I think maybe I could do that, or just shut the door, let her do her thing. I'll play some Fortnite while she finishes the whole thing. I think if
Okay.
I'll have to do is just like keep her from eating herself or inserting things inside of her.
Yeah, that's exactly the Exorcist. And all the pea soup. I mean, nutrition.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, just stay clear of that. Totally.
Done. Okay, great choice. All
Good
right,
answer.
Josh.
Damien from The Omen seems it's like natural evil baked in. You have a chance with Reagan. Would you rather dress up as a juice demon for Halloween or a prepubescent frog of Silent War for
What?
Halloween?
People are like this really funny, like we couldn't get the rights, but here's what we came
Hilarious.
up with. So which is it?
I would be the pubescent frog of Silent War for Halloween. That's what I'd do. Yeah.
Silent War is the.
I'm trying to think. So obviously that one, I think with
Is
the
that
red.
Nick Lachey? As they got as a picture of that too.
It looks like Dean Cain.
I was gonna say so. He's clearly Raphael. So what would like the fake name be for Raphael? Rofi. Wait, I can't.
Robbie.
Robbie.
Yeah, Robbie, the pubescent frog of Silent War, Robbie.
Yeah. All right. Great choice. We love Robbie. Shout out to Robbie. Okay. Here's the next one. Would you rather read the Babadook or read the Necronomicon?
Oh,
God.
Necronomicon.
Oh, yeah?
But not out loud.
Okay. That's important.
Yeah.
Okay. Great choice. Okay.
Would you rather sit down and have a convo with Mel Blanc or Orson Welles?
Oh, I would probably pick Mel Blanc because, Orson's. I think Orson would be, I don't know, aloof. It'd probably be a much more tougher conversation with Orson, but I would totally hang out with Mel Blanc and pick his brain and listen to him do all his Bugs Bunny and all the things. And absolutely, Mel Blanc.
Great choice. And shout out to Milo Beasley watching. All right. Here's the next one. Would you rather be part of an Erie, Indiana continuation movie for Netflix or be Max Goof in a new Goofy movie with adult Max?
I read at first glance, I'm like, be Max Goof in an adult version of Goofy movie. I'm like, I would hands down without hesitation be an Erie, Indiana continuation movie for Netflix. I absolutely loved working on that show, and I joke that it was probably my fault it got canceled, but it definitely ended too soon, and there was so much more to do, and I wish I could play in that universe again for sure.
Okay, putting it out there into the universe.
Come on, universe.
Come on.
Omri's still with Omri's down. Omri Katz, who played Marshall. Omri Katz, who's in Hocus Pocus, was the star of Erie, Indiana. Him and Justin Shankro, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. I think we have one final one. And Josh,
Finally,
you're going to take it home?
Finally, would you rather be a reverse merman or be a reverse centaur? This is an updated centaur graphic because...
Oh, yeah, look at that.
You got to see these pictures.
The fact that he's kneeling is really weird.
Remy, come check it out. Yeah.
I mean, for the pose alone, it'd have to be the reverse merman because, yeah.
It's very pin up. Yeah. Okay.
That's still
Great
lovely.
answer.
Thank you. David. Thank you.
Aw, that is true love right there.
Yes,
She'd still love you, even as a reverse merman. Okay, fair enough. Okay, great. You did great. You got them all right.
Yay.
Congratulations.
100%.
So,
Brilliant.
Just put me in a swimming pool and dunk the things on top so I can go up and.
Yum. Well, I did
swimming around underneath.
I did want to mention that you do have a GalaxyCon virtual event that's coming up, I believe.
You are correct. That's happening the 29th, I believe, of this month. Yeah, it'd be me and Omri Katz and Vanessa Shaw. I think other members of Hocus Pocus will be part of it. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, it's just to be a big group of us.
And can you tell us a little bit about the virtual events, maybe for people that haven't experienced one before?
Absolutely. Well, you're kind of watching one right now. It's very similar to what we're all doing. GalaxyCon puts on some fantastic live events if they're in-person convention events. Oh, hi. What's going on? Are you stuck?
Welcome back.
Hi. Well, come on up.
Very
Awkward.
upset,
I'm trying to do an
87.
interview here.
I don't like this.
It's like it's just like this, and you will log on and you will hear a conversation with your favorite pop culture actors, whatever show you like. I know they do Star Trek people and supernatural people and Hocus Pocus people, and we will talk, and then you have the choice to talk with us individually if you want. I think there's an option for that.
Yeah, GalaxyCon system is really cool when that it's set up so that if you want, after the Q&A is done, and if you wanted more than just an autograph print, you have the opportunity to get some one-on-one time with the actual actors, and it's super cool. That's moderated, and you're there, and it's not like they're very busy. No, it's real one-on-one interactions. That's going to be super cool, Jason.
Yeah, and I forgot about that. Yeah, you can also get the autographs from us as well. They have it down to a fantastic system. GalaxyCon. I love doing Q&As with them.
And I think it's neat because not everybody has the opportunity or is close to be able to come out to an in-person event. And so this gives you the chance to speak to your favorite celebrities one-on-one and have it really is super, super cool.
Yes, 1,000%.
So make sure to go to galaxycon.com to check out all the events, including the one with Jason Marsden and Hocus Pocus. So before we wrap it up, any final thoughts you want to leave us with here on this fine, spooky Tuesday?
Oh my gosh, y'all have a great Halloween. Everyone be safe. Please watch the Mars Scariety show. I would love it. And let me know what you think. And my gosh, be nice to one another. Have a good time.
That's very important. Please be nice.
Yes.
Before we do let you go, we're going to go over our upcoming guests that we have coming up for the rest of the year. I don't know how far off this goes, so let's see. So on Thursday, we are welcoming Bruce Valanche.
Bruce Valanche? What?
I know, it's so random.
Outstanding.
Bruce
He wears
Valanche.
good glasses too.
I know. Next Tuesday, we have Andrew Volpe from the band Ludo. We also have the cast and director and writer of Terrifier 2. We're welcoming the bassist for Avril Lavigne, Maddie Riley. We also have Matthew Patrick Davis, who is in the movie The Barbarian. If you haven't seen it, it is one of the greatest horror spooky films. It is so much fun. We also have Ricky from Ice Nine Kills. We have Gary Anthony Williams from Whose Line Is It Anyway? And we have a couple other awesome guests coming your way. We have to do this again, Jason. I mean, I feel like every holiday we should get together and just talk about all fun things, and Christmas is next. So anytime.
I love it. I love talking with you guys. It's too much fun. Thank you.
Awesome.
Class act, Jason. Always great. Sorry, apologies again for dropping in a little late, but as a man with children, you know how it rolls.
I understand. Yes.
Happy Halloween to everyone.
Yes, happy Halloween, everyone. We will see you real soon. Be safe, guys. Au revoir. Bye.